ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
So good morning everybody. So this week total revision of this electricity up to now, electrostatics, electric potential and capacitance, gas law and current electricity, moving charges, magnetism, electromagnetic induction, alternating current. So all this. So now I will tell or I will explain the level 3 problems, and level 1 and level 2 you people can do, and most important models I will explain level 3 models. So first we can discuss about electrostatics. The page number 8, level 3, first question. So page number 8, level 3, first question. A ball of mass 0.5 kg is suspended by a thread and a charge Q is equals to 0.1 microcoulomb is applied. When the ball with the diameter 5 centimeter and like charge, a ball with the diameter 5 centimeters and a like charge of same magnitude is brought close to the first ball, but below it the tension decreases to 1/3 of its initial value. The distance between the centers of the balls is. So given that here one ball is suspended from the rigid support with the help of a string, so whose mass is 0.5 kg. Here the mass of the ball is equals to 0.5 kg. Initially the charge is equals to 0.1 microcoulomb. So initially this is the first condition. In this first condition, the weight of the bob is acting downwards and the tensional force acting upwards. Initially what is the tension? Nothing but mg, because there is no other force acting here, there is no electric field, there is nothing will be there. So that's why T is equals to mg. Mass is 0.5 and g is considered as 10, then that is 5 newtons tension. Tension is 5 newtons. Next, what is the situation? When a ball with the diameter 5 centimeters and a like charge of same magnitude is brought close to the first ball but below it. So here in the second situation, this is the ball, another ball of same magnitude, another ball with the diameter 5 centimeters and like charge. Like charge means here also Q is equals to 0.1 microcoulomb, here Q is equals to 0.1 microcoulomb. So both are like charges. Like charges means there exists a force of repulsion between those two. So here this is the force. What is the force acting on this? Repulsive force upwards, electrostatic force of repulsion, and the tensional force upwards, and mg downwards. What are the forces acting on this what is the force acting on this body now? So another body of like charge is placed nearer to this. What happens? There exists force of repulsion because these two are like charges. Repulsive force acting upward direction. So repulsive force, what repulsive force on this body we are considering. So that's why this body repels in this direction because both are like charges. So net force here it is F plus T is equals to mg. F plus here the tension becomes 1/3. So mg. What we have to calculate? Distance between these two. Force 1/4 pi epsilon naught q square by r square plus t by 3 is 5/3, that is equals to 5. This becomes t by 3. Due to the presence of this ball, the tension reduces to t by 3. So that's why this one. 1/4 pi epsilon is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 q square. Q value is 0.1 microcoulomb. 0.1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 whole square divided by r square is equals to 5 minus 5/3. So 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into, so 1 into 10 to the power of minus 14 divided by r square is equals to how much? 10/3. 3 5s are 15 minus 5, 10/3. So from this r square is equals to 27/10 into 10 to the power of minus 5 So that is 27 into 10 to the power of minus 6 r square is equals to root of 27 to 10 to the power of minus 3. So nearly approximate value is root of 27 means 5 point something. So 5 point something into that is, let us say this is 5.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. This can be written as 0.52 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. So this is the situation. This is one first question. Next. Next, page number 8, third question. The same page, it is third question. Two small objects x and y are permanently separated by distance 1 centimeter. Two charges x and y permanently separated by distance 1 centimeter. Object x has a charge of plus 1.1 microcoulomb. Here it is, the charge is 1 microcoulomb. And y has a charge of minus 1 microcoulomb. X has a charge of plus 1 microcoulomb, y has a charge of minus 1 microcoulomb. A certain number of electrons are removed from X and put onto Y to make the electrostatic force between the two objects. An alternative force whose magnitude is attractive force whose magnitude is 360 newtons. The number of electrons removed is, so that's we have to calculate number of electrons removed. How can we calculate this? See here. So first, electrostatic force formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. Here the distance is fixed. So here F is 360 newtons, already mentioned. 9 into 10 to the 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Q1, what is the value of Q1 here? 1 microcoulomb, let us say plus Ne, and it is minus 1 microcoulomb. This is force of attraction, minus 360. Let us say repulsive force is plus 360, let us say attractive force of minus 360. Minus 1 is removing, divided by r square, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square. So 1 microcoulomb, that is positive charge, and some electrons are removed from one charge and same amount of electrons added to the another charge. Let us say number of electrons removed from charge is equals to Ne, electrons removed from the second charge and the same number of electrons added to the first charge, like that. So minus 360 is equals to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into, so minus common, 1 microcoulomb plus Ne whole square minus divided by 1 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Minus gets cancelled. So 360 is equals to 9 into 10 to the power of 13. So 1 microcoulomb plus Ne. So next it is 40 into 10 to the power of 13 minus, that is equals to 1 microcoulomb plus Ne. So it is 1 microcoulomb whole square. Next it is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 12 is equals to 1 microcoulomb plus Ne whole square. Apply square root on both sides. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 equals to 1 microcoulomb can be written as 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 plus Ne. So this is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 is equals to Ne. N can be written as 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 by E. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6, E value 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power of 13 So 10 by 1.6 into 10 square, sorry 10 to the power of 12. So nearly 6.25 into 10 to the power of 12. So number of electrons removed from one charge and added to the another charge. So that is the condition. Next. Next, the same page. See the sixth problem. In a liquid medium of dielectric constant K and the specific gravity 2, the two identically charged spheres are suspended from the fixed point by threads of equal lengths. The angle between them becomes 90 degrees. So you know this concept, two balls are like this. Here the first given as 90 degrees. So that means one angle is 45 and this is also 45. Here this is the force of repulsion and this is mg and this is tension T cos theta, T sin theta, T cos theta, T sin theta. So from this, after solving, we can get F is equals to mg tan theta. So from this, tan theta is equals to F by mg. F is nothing but 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by r square divided by mg. So that is the first condition. So here there is already you people know this concept. So two balls are arranged, these two must be repelled like this, like this is the situation. Now, so here q square by r square divided by mg. Now, so first case, here angle is tan 45. So tan 45 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Charges are mentioned as dielectric, kept in a dielectric of constant. So that's why this is 1 by 4 pi k epsilon naught into, what are the charges here? So charges are not mentioned. Q square by, what is the value of r here? The distance between these two. Here angle is 45. Angle is 45. So here we can write it as sin 45 is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse. So let us say x by L. X is equals to L by root 2. X is equals to L by root 2. So that is 2x. This is x and this is also x. 2x is equals to 2 into L by root 2, that is root 2L. So that is root 2L whole square divided by mg. These two spheres are placed in the liquid. So weight can be written as nothing but apparent weight. Apparent weight we have to write. Apparent weight means density of the body minus density of the liquid. So specific gravity of liquid is 2 and the specific gravity of the middle of the sphere is 8 density. So 8 minus 2 into volume into density. So that is the first case. Next case, these two are separated by distance of one angle of 120. In the same case it is 120. So that is tan 120 means this becomes 60. So here tan 60. Total angle is given as 120. So that's why this is 60 and this is also 60. Tan 60 is equals to again 1 by 4 pi k dash epsilon naught q square by, if it is 60, sin 60 can be written as opposite side by hypotenuse. What is opposite side by hypotenuse? That becomes x by L. So x is equals to sin 60 root 3 by 2 L, but the total distance is 2x, that is 2 into root 3 by 2 L. So that is equals to root 3 L. In the second case, the distance between these two spheres is root 3 L. So that's why root 3 L whole square divided by So density of the material, and specific gravity in the second case is given as 4, 8 minus 4 into Vg. So here is a ratio of these two, tan 45 divided by tan 60, tan 45 divided by tan 60. So now here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by 2l divided to l square divided by 6 Vg divided by 1 because it is k, 4 pi k dash epsilon naught q square by 3l square divided by 4 Vg cancel, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught cancel, q square cancel, 1 by root 3 is equals to, here it is 2l square, l square also cancel. This becomes 1 by 12 divided by 1 by 12, here also it is k, here it is k dash, that becomes k dash by k, 12 cancel, from this k dash is equals to k by root 3. So this is the based on this formula we can do this, tan the f equals to mg tan theta equals to f by mg. What is f here? Electrostatic force of repulsion. So electrostatic force of repulsion means during this calculation we have to calculate the distance between the two spheres. The distance in the first case x plus x 2x, that is root 2l, second case root 3l. And while calculating the weight, so mg, here we have to calculate the apparent weight. Why? Because the two spheres are immersed in the liquid. Next. Next, page number 19. Page number 19, question number 2. A electric field of 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4 Newton per Coulomb exists between the two parallel plates of length 2 centimeters. An electron enters in a region between the plates at right angles to the field with a kinetic energy of 200 electron volts. The deflection of the electron experiences at the deflecting plates is, see here, these are the two deflecting plates, the length of is nothing but 2 centimeters, that is the 2 centimeters, and the kinetic energy, the electron enters, this is the direction of electric field, let us say, this is the direction of electric field, the direction, so electron enters means definitely the electron must deflect from its original path. Electron must move opposite to the direction of electric field. So what is the deflection? Actual path is this one. What is the deflection? That's we have to calculate. So for that, kinetic energy is given as 2000 electron volts. So that is half mv square is equals to kinetic energy. V square is equals to 2 Ek, kinetic energy by m. V is equals to under root 2 Ek by m. 2 Ek by m. So what is the time taken to travel this distance 2 centimeters? Time taken to travel the distance 2 centimeters. Time is equals to along horizontal direction there is no acceleration. The electron experience acceleration along the vertical direction only. Along horizontal direction the particle moves with constant speed. So that's why time is equals to distance by speed. Distance is 2 centimeters. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 divided by velocity under root 2 Ek by m. So 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 into m by 2 Ek. This is the time taken to travel this distance 2 centimeters. In the time interval, what is the deflection? That's we have to calculate. In the time interval, what is the deflection? So distance travelled from equation S is equals to ut plus half at square. S is equals to, along vertical direction, initial velocity of the body must be 0. Along vertical direction, initial velocity of the body must be 0. So that's why 0 into t plus half acceleration formula eq by m into t square. So therefore S is equals to half eq by m into t square can be written as 4 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into m by 2 ek. This E is electric field and this Ek is kinetic energy. M gets cancelled, 4 gets cancelled, then S is equals to E. What is the electric field? 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4. 1.5 into 10 to the power of 4. EQ is nothing but E. And 10 to the power of minus 4 into 1 by. So what is the electric field, intense kinetic energy? 2000 electron volts. This E gets cancelled. So therefore plus 4 minus 4 gets cancelled. S is equals to 1.5 by 2000. S is equals to 1.5 by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. S is equals to 0.75 millimeters. So that is the situation. First we have, this is the direction of entrance of the electron. Now in this situation, given that E is 2000 electron volts, so that based on B, what is the time taken to travel this distance? Along horizontal direction, the particle moves with constant speed because electric field acts along vertical direction. There is no electric field along horizontal direction. And one more thing, we are not considering the gravity here. So that is the simple motion is straight line model. Next, the third question. A bob of a simple pendulum of mass 40 grams with a positive charge of 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulombs is oscillating with the time period t1. An electric field of intensity 3.6 into 10 to the power of 4 Newton per coulomb is applied vertically upwards. Now the time period is t2. The value of t2 by t1 is. So here first subpendulum mass is 40 grams. That means 40 by 1000. 0.04. Okay, the 40 grams. And the charge is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6. 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6 coulombs, oscillating with the time period t1. So time period formula is T is equals to, we know T into 2 pi L by G for any general calculation. Now an electric field of intensity 3.6 into 10 to the power of 4 Newton per coulomb is applied vertically upwards. An electric field is acting vertically upwards. Electric field is acting vertically upwards. Now mg is acting downwards, electric field EQ. What is the net force here? Net force is equals to mg minus EQ. Mg is the weight, electrostatic force is EQ. So next, the acceleration g dash can be written as mg minus EQ by m. So that is g minus EQ by m. G minus EQ by m. Second case, this is T1 and T2 can be written as 2 pi into under root L by G minus EQ by m. Electric field acting vertically upwards. If we electric field acting vertically downwards, net force mg plus EQ it becomes like this. So now what we have to calculate T2 by T1. 2 pi under root L by G minus Eq by M divided by 2 pi into under root L by G. 2 pi gets cancelled, LL gets cancelled. So T2 by T1 is equals to under root G by G minus Eq by M. So T2 by T1 is equals to under root 1 by G minus Eq by M divided by G. So that is T2 by T1 is equals to under root 1 by 1 minus Eq by mg. So T2 by T1 is equals to under root 1 by 1 minus E is how much? Intensity of fluid 3.6 into 10 to the power of 4 into charge is given as 4 into 10 to the power of minus 6, mass is 40 grams, 40 into 10 to the power of minus 3, G is 10, 1 by 1 minus minus 1 plus 1, 5 minus 1, 1 minus 4 tens are how much it is? 10, 10, 100, 10 power minus 1 it is, minus 1 plus 5, 0.36, 1 by root of 0.64, so that is 1 by 0.8. This 1 by 0.8 means 10 by 8, that is 1.25. Next, question number 8. A particle having charge that on an electron and mass 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus kg is projected with an initial speed u to the horizontal from the lower plates of a parallel plate capacitor as shown in the diagram. The plates are sufficiently long and have the separation 2 centimeters. Then the maximum value of the velocity of the particle not to hit the upper plates, So given that this is the situation, the particle is projected with a velocity 45 degrees. So what is the separation between the plates is 2 centimeters. So that means if we project the body so that it does not hit this plate, so that means the velocity must be less than. What is the maximum height formula in oblique projectile? U square sin square theta by 2g. But here g is nothing but Eq by m, because acceleration, so force, electrostatic force is equals to Eq, force is ma, so acceleration is equals to Eq by m, so that is, so maximum, what is the maximum possible height? 2 centimeters, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 is equals to u square sin square 45, 1 by 2, 2 into E is given as 10 power 3 q. A particle having charge that an electron, charge is electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 90 divided by mass is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 30, cancels, 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2 is equals to u square into 10 to the power of minus 30 divided by 4 into 10 to the power of minus 16 plus 3 minus 19. So from this u square is equals to 8 into 10 to the power of minus 18 divided by 10 to the power of minus 30. 8 into 10 to the power of 12. U square is equals to u is equals to 2 root 2 into 10 to the power of 6. U is equals to 2 into 1.4 into 10 to the power of 6. 2.8 into 10 to the power of 6 approximately. So that means approximately 3 it is. If you project this one, if you project with this velocity, then it touches this. The maximum height is given as 2 centimeters. If you project this velocity of 2.8 into 10 to the power of 6, definitely it hits the another plate. But it does not hits. Here the concept is it does not hits. Does not hits in the sense less than this. So the possible option is first option, 2 into 10 to the power of 6 meters per second. Next. Next, see the 10th question in this. A thin copper ring of radius A is charged with Q units of electricity. An electron is placed at the center of the copper ring. An electron is displaced a little. It will have the frequency. A thin copper ring of radius A is charged with Q units of electricity. So, thin copper ring of radius A is charged with Q units of electricity. An electron is placed at the center of the copper ring. Electron is placed. So, total charge is Q. An electron is displaced a little. It will have the frequency. How can you calculate the frequency? So, electrostatic force between these two, F is equals to generally 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q E by, what is the radius is given as? A square. But here the charge is uniformly distributed, Q charge is uniformly distributed at any position. So that means force can be written as, for our mr omega square is equals, that means radius is A, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q E by A square. So omega square is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q E by A cube, M A cube. So omega can be written as under root 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q E by M A cube. Omega can be written as 2 pi of frequency under root 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q E by M A cube. So based on this frequency we can calculate 1 by 2 pi into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, like that. Simple one. So there is the force of electrostatic force of attraction, this is the formula. So the charge is uniformly distributed over the circumference of the circle. So centripetal force we have to consider that. So next. Twelfth question. A sphere carrying a charge of 0.01 coulomb kept at rest without falling down, touching a wall by applying an electric field of 100 Newton per coulomb. Quotient of friction between the sphere and the wall is 0.2. The weight of the sphere is. So let us say it is the wall. A sphere carrying charge kept at rest without falling down. So a sphere is kept against the wall without falling down, touching the wall by applying electric field of 100 Newton per coulomb. So this is the direction of applied force and this is the direction of normal reaction. Come to the once recall friction concept. Body pressed against the wall or friction on vertical surface. That is the situation. Here weight of the ball is acting downwards and the frictional force acting upwards. Here the frictional force is nothing but mg. The frictional force is nothing but mg. Friction is nothing but mu into n. So that is equals to mg. N is nothing but EQ here. What is the friction? Sorry. Mu is 0.2, E is 100 and Q is 0.01. So that is 0.2 newtons. Weight is 0.2 newtons. This. Next. come to the dipole problems. So page number 23. Page number 23, question number 3. Two charges plus 3 into 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb and minus 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb placed 2.4 angstroms apart from an electric dipole. It is placed in uniform electric field of intensity 4 into 10 to the power of 5 volts per meter. The work done in rotating the electric dipole from equilibrium position to 180 degrees is. So that means two charges. So each charge is given as 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, separated by distance of 2.4 angstroms. Then dipole moment, electric dipole moment can be written as distance into charge, 10 to the power of minus 10 into 3.2 into 10 to the power of minus 19. So that is 3.2 into 2.4 into 10 to the power of minus 29. That is the electric dipole moment. So work done formula generally minus Pe cos theta. When the body is in equilibrium position, the work done to rotate the electric dipole from equilibrium position to 180. Equilibrium position means theta is equals to 0. Theta equals to 0 to 180. So change in work done is equals to W2 minus W1 minus Pe cos 180 minus of minus Pe cos 0. Initially the angle is 0 to 180. So final work done minus initial work done minus Pe cos 181, that is Pe minus of minus plus Pe. This is 2 Pe. 2 into P is 3.2 into 2.4 into 10 to the power of minus 29. Electric field is given as 4 into 10 to the power of 5. 8 into 3.2 into 2.4 into 10 to the power of minus 24. 6 or 48 approximately. It is 6. This value is 6 into 10 to the power of minus 23. Next. Page number 24, question number 5. An electric dipole is made up of two particles having charges 1 microcoulomb, mass 1 kg, and other one with charge minus 1 microcoulomb and mass 1 kg, separated by distance 1 meter. If it is in equilibrium in a uniform electric field 20 into 10 cube volt per meter, if the dipole is deflected through an angle 2 degrees, the time taken by it to come again in equilibrium is time taken by it to come again in equilibrium position. Generally time period formula is 2 pi into square root of I by Pe. If the dipole is placed in uniform electric field, what is the time period of oscillation? T is equals to 2 pi into under root I by Pe. So that is the condition. Next here. So T is equals to 2 pi into what is the moment of inertia? Moment of inertia is mr square. Mass is 1 and the distance is given as 1 meter. Two charges are separated by distance 1 meter. So that's why what is the moment of inertia? If this is oscillating about center, the dipole is oscillating about its center. So I is equals to mr square divided by P, dipole moment. What is the dipole moment? P is equals to 2L into Q, electric field. So 2 pi into under root mass is 1 kg into radius is 0.5 whole square divided by 2L is nothing but the distance between the two charges. Here the 2L is nothing but distance between the two charges, that is 1 meter. 1 into 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into intensity of electric field 20 into 10 cube. So that is the situation it is. So 2 pi into, here we have to consider two bodies are oscillating, we have to consider two moment of inertias. So that is 2 into 0.25 divided by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 minus 2. 2 gets cancelled. So 2 pi into square root of 25. So 2 pi into square root of 25 is 5, that is 10 pi. Total time period for one oscillation. But here, so here it is displaced through 2 degrees, and what is the time taken to reach this position again? The dipole is displaced through 2 degrees, so that is time period 10 pi by divided by 2, so that is 5 pi. Why it is 2? For one oscillation means reaches to this position, and again bottom position and this position. So total is 4 parts, time period divides into 4 parts. For each one T by 4. See here, this is the time period in the simple pendulum, this one, and this one. Total is 4 parts. But here here it is asking this position to this position, reaches to 2 degrees and again this one. For that purpose, half of the time period, that is T by 5. Next. Next, page number 34. So page number 34, question number 5. Two spherical conductors A and B of radii 1 millimeter and 2 millimeter separated by distance of 5 centimeters and are uniformly charged. If the spheres are connected by a conducting wire, then the equilibrium condition, the ratio of the electric field at the surfaces of A and B is. See here, these are the two conducting spheres. One radius is 1 millimeter and another radius is 2 millimeter. This is 1 millimeter and this is 2 millimeters. These two are separated by distance of 5 centimeters. And these two are connected by a conducting wire. If these two are connected by the conducting wire, the potentials must be same. So charge flows from high potential to low potential. So V1 must be equal to V2. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2. So Q1 by Q2 is equals to R1 by R2. So the ratio of the charges is equals to ratio of their radii. If these two spheres are connected with the help of a conducting wire, what is the meaning of that? Means charge flows from high potential to low potential. Which one is having high potential? Whose radius is less, that is having high potential definitely. So that is, now we have to calculate the intensity of electric field E1 by E2. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 square divided by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 square. So E1 by E2 is equals to Q1 by Q2 into R2 by R1 whole square. But Q1 by Q2 is how much? R1 by R2. R1 by R2 into R2 by R1 whole square. So that is R1 R1, that means R2 by R1. So that is 2 by 1. Next. Electric field on the surface. On the surface means E equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. So next problem. See the 12th question, page number 35. 12th question. The longer side of a rectangle is twice the length of the shorter side. The charge q is kept at one vertex. The maximum electric potential due to the charge at any other vertex is V. Then the minimum electric potential at any other vertex is. So let us say this is the rectangle. This is the rectangle. So this is given that the longer side of the rectangle is twice the length of the shorter side. Shorter side is x and this is 2x. The maximum electric potential due to the charge at any other vertex is x. V. Let us say a charge q is kept at one vertex. The maximum electric potential due to the charge at any other vertex is V. So maximum possible means less distance. So that means V is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x. Then the minimum electric potential. Where the minimum? Here it is maximum potential. If the distance is less, potential is maximum. So this is at this position the maximum potential exists V, because this is this is the minimum distance. Where it gains minimum potential, the distance is maximum. The diagonal distance is the maximum at this position V dash. So V dash is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by, what is distance? This is 2x and this is x, root of 5x. Root of 5x. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by x is V, that is V by root 5. Simple thing. Next 13th question in this. Maximum potential means distance is minimum. Minimum potential means distance is maximum. So diagonal distance is the maximum here. There are three uncharged identical metallic spheres 1, 2, 3 each of radius r are placed at the vertices of an equilateral triangle of side D. Of radius r and each are placed at the vertices of an equilateral triangle of side D. A charged metallic sphere having the charge q and same radius r touch to the sphere 1, sphere 2, sphere 3. After some time it is taken to the location of the sphere 2 and it is touched to it. Then it is taken far away from the spheres 1, 2 and 3. After the sphere 3 is grounded, the charge on the sphere 3 is, see here, another sphere having charge q. If it is touched to the first sphere, then the charge equally distributed. One sphere is uncharged, another sphere is having charge q. If these two are touched, what happens? The charge is equally distributed. So this is q. Then after touching this becomes q by 2. Then this charge also becomes q by 2. Initially this charge is q. After touching with the first sphere, this charge becomes q by 2. Next, what is the charge of this sphere here? Q by 2. And again it touched with the second sphere. Then it charge equally distributed. This becomes q by 4 and that is also becomes q by 4. After the first touching becomes half charge. After second touching, already again half. Already it is q by 2. In that half, q by 4. Now the 3 is earthed. 3 is earthed means potential due to the sphere 3 is 0. Potential due to the first sphere at this position. K 1 by 4 pi epsilon it is considered q by 2d. So this is d plus k into q by 4d plus k into, so we don't know the charge, q by r radius is 0. Radius of this sphere is, why here we are not considering the radius, because given condition is d is very much greater than 2r. When compared to this distance, this radius are negligible. So while calculating this distance, I am considering only d. But while calculating the potential of the third sphere, I am considering r, because we are calculating the potential of this sphere. At this position, potential due to this one, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. What is the q here? Q by 2. Distance is d. Potential due to this charge at this position, like this. So q by r, k into q by r is equals to minus k into q by 2d minus k into q by 4d. K cancels on both sides. So q by r is equals to, so 4d is LCM, minus 2q minus q. So q is equals to minus 3qr by 4d. That is the charge. Third sphere is earthed, means potential of that sphere must be 0. That is the meaning of that. Next. Page number 37, question number 23. Page number 37, question number 23. An electron traveling from infinity with a velocity v into an electric field due to two stationary electrons separated by distance of 2 meters. If it comes to rest when it reaches the midpoint of the line joining the stationary electrons, the initial velocity of the electron is. An electron traveling from infinity with velocity v into an electric field due to two stationary electrons separated by distance 2m. Two stationary electrons, this is one electron, this is one electron, separated distance by t 2 meters. Initially an electron traveling from infinity. So infinity means total energy at infinite distance, potential energy plus kinetic energy, electrostatic potential energy 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r plus k is equals to half mv square. R is infinity, that is potential energy 0, so that is half mv square. So total energy at infinity is equals to half mv square. If the electron exactly reaches to the mid position, if it comes to rest when it reaches to the midpoint of the line joining the stationary electrons, at this position, total energy at midpoint, what is the total energy at the midpoint? Kinetic energy 0, because it comes to rest. What is the electrostatic potential energy between these two? So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E into E minus E by R is 1. So E square by 4 pi epsilon naught plus between these two 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus E into minus E divided by 1. So E square by 4 pi epsilon naught. So that is 2 E square by 4 pi epsilon naught. The total energies must be equal. So that is, we can write it as half mv square is equals to 2E square by 4 pi epsilon naught. Half mass of electron 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 into V square equals to 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Approximately these 9s are cancelled. So V square is equals to 1.4 into 1.6 whole square into 10 to the power of minus 38 into 10 to the power of 31 into 10 to the power of 9. So V square is equals to 4 into 1.6 whole square into 10 square. V is equals to 2 into 1.6 into 10. 32 meters per second. So like this. So if the electron is at infinity, only that having kinetic energy. When it reaches to the midpoint, it comes to rest. Comes to rest means velocity is 0. So that means only potential energy.